Well, we have a tree that's totally loaded, and it is November 9th today. And most of them aren't ripe, and they have to be in order to bake with them or to even eat them. These are the ones that are really puckery if you eat them before they're ripe, but they're the ones that get soft, and they're called hachiya persimmons. So this is an example of one that's it's soft. Here's one that's ripe. It's nice and soft, and you can't tell, but I can. It's real soft. And then there's some that aren't ripe that are real hard, like this. So you twist it, or you could pull it, but it's easier to twist it off like that. And you can see how soft it is. So every year I display these persimmons before they ripen in this little kind of dish I have. And I let them ripen, and then I eat them or make something with them. So here they are. Hi there, everyone. Today we are going to make some persimmon cake. It's going to be a spiced persimmon sheet cake. And these are from my persimmon tree. And this is the time of year they start ripening, like November. They're not all ripe, and they don't all ripen at the same time. These are all hard. But what I do is I pick them off the tree, say about 10, and I put them in this little dish, and I just let them ripen on their own. And if I knew more people that like persimmons, I'd be more than happy to share, because we have more than we need. So what you're going to do is you're going to grease and flour a 9x13 sheet cake pan, and then you're going to preheat your oven to 350. And now I'm going to show you how we do this. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start off by giving you all the ingredients that you're going to need, and also all the amounts will be in the description underneath the video. So you're going to need 1 cup of softened butter, 2 cups of granulated sugar, 4 eggs, 1.5 cups of ripe persimmon pulp, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice, which I don't have. I'm going to make my own out of these spices right here, and I will give you that ingredient to make your own pumpkin spice. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 a teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 cup of milk. So this is for the spice cake, the spiced persimmon cake, and then when I make the frosting, I'll give you the ingredients for that. Okay, so these are the ripe persimmons that I picked. Now, when you're baking, you can use the skins. It won't hurt anything because it'll all get mixed in. I sometimes do, and I sometimes don't, but when I eat them, I don't eat the skins. So these are soft and exactly how you want them for baking. And those black spots are sun-scorched from the sun. So the very first step is you're going to cream your butter and sugar, your softened butter and sugar together until it's nice and creamy, right about 3 minutes. You want to cream this about 3 minutes on a high-medium speed. So you set your timer for 3 minutes. And you want to stop it and push that down so all the batter can get in the beaters. Okay, this is how you want it, fluffy. And now you're going to add your 4 eggs one at a time and beat them in one at a time. And you want to do this on a medium-low speed. So this is what your batter is going to look like. You just want to cream those eggs until they're just combined. Then you're going to add your vanilla and your 1.5 cup of persimmon pulp. And then we're going to mix that in. And then we're going to add our dry ingredients after that. Okay, now in your bowl here, you're going to put all your dry ingredients, which includes the baking powder and soda, all the spices, the salt, and then we're going to gradually add that to your mixture, to your wet mixture, and you're going to alternate the powdered dry ingredients with your milk. So now I'll add a little milk and just keep alternating between the two. Okay, this is what your batter is going to look like. Now this is different from a persimmon bread I made a few years ago that has nuts in it. It's more like you know how you make a banana bread, it's a persimmon bread. This is not the same. They're both absolutely delicious. And I want you to know how good this is. It's really, really good. So once you mix it together, and you just want to combine it, you do not want to overmix this. You don't want to ever overmix any cake batter because it will flop. I learned that with the coconut cake I did about a year ago. But I learned it before. I wasn't paying attention. I was doing too many things at once. So I had to let that cake just sit and mix over and over. I don't know what my problem was that day. But anyway, you're going to take everything out and you're going to spread it in your 9x13 baking pan. And after we do that, we're going to pop it in the oven. And I'll show you as I said earlier, this goes in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven. I'm going to bake this for 35 minutes. Now, you want to make sure that you check it, so maybe your oven runs hot, but 35 minutes is approximate time until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. So I'll see you in about a half hour. Okay, these are all the ingredients that are going to go into your maple frosting, and I will have the amounts underneath the video in the description. You're going to have softened butter, powdered sugar, maple syrup. You're going to have a little milk, and you're going to have toasted pecans for the top. So let's get started. We're going to add our our maple and syrup and milk. And now we're going to add our softened butter. Here are all our ingredients. Now I'm going to use a hand mixer, but you could use either a stand mixer or a hand mixer. We're just going to mix this, start off low. We're going to mix it till it's creamy, and we might have to add more milk. We'll see. So this is the consistency you want. I had to add 3 tablespoons instead of 2 of milk, and that made it just perfect. This is how it's supposed to be, nice and thick, just like a frosting that you would buy in the store. You want it just like this. This baked 35 minutes in my oven. Now I started with 25 minutes, but the toothpick wouldn't come out clean, and now it does. So everyone's oven's different. Now I'm going to let this cool about an hour. Once your cake is cool, you can just start frosting it. So I'm going to continue frosting this, and we will be back. About a half a cup of pecans. I have greased a little iron skillet. And you could do this in the oven. I'm just going to do it on the stove. You're just going to probably about a minute on like a medium low. You're just going to kind of stir it around so it has a toasty flavor. Here's our cake before we add the pecans. Now you want to make sure you either roast these pecans before, or make sure if you do them after that they're cool when you put them on the cake. And this is what we do. It kind of is like a little garnish for the top of it. And it kind of goes with the maple frosting. It's delicious. So we're going to cut a piece of this and give it a try. And actually you don't have to use all the nuts. Just sprinkle them until you're happy with the look. So we're going to try this now. Okay, here it is. It's really good, so let's give it a try. This frosting, this maple frosting is amazing. Delicious. Anyone who has a persimmon tree or is familiar with this fruit will have a big appreciation for this. This is really delicious. It's not like the persimmon bread that I've made a few years ago, but it's just as equally delicious. So I hope you give this a try and let me know what you think of it. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it.